Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Make a Sci-Fi RPG Part 14. In the last episode, we struggled with the shader graph a bit more. Got it working in the scene view, worked perfectly. Finally, I was quite happy with that. And then we started struggling with the laser particle effect, in that it just stopped turning up. So I was messing around with settings, trying to get that fixed, and we ended with it not being fixed. So that's where we're picking up today. So I'm still messing around with what do you call these things? Settings and stuff, and variables and all that kind of cool things. All that kind of cool things. That's not good English. All those kind of cool things. I'm just trying to get it to appear again, because I don't know why it's disappeared. I've tried different shaders. I've tried as everything I could think of. Difference, bumping up settings in the particle system, lowering settings in the particle system, everything I could think of. I keep trying, and it keeps not working. So as you can see, it's gone. It's just not there. It was working fine at some stage, and then it wasn't. That happens a lot with Unity. It's happened recently as well, so... Oh, Unity. One day you'll work properly, or I'll figure out why you don't work. I'm still going to just give Unity the benefit of the doubt and assume that it's me. I'm making the errors. I'm doing stupid things. And Unity is just complaining a lot. Because there's stuff like this, like sorting fudge. I don't know exactly what that does. So I'm messing with that to see, will it do anything? Change the particle size to see if it suddenly appears, make it bigger. It doesn't. There's some other stuff. I've messed with all these. I've messed with loads. We're just going to, none of this is working. Masking, does it do anything? It doesn't. Right now we're on a multiply on the legacy shader, particle multiply, because at one point when I tried that, it showed up and it was really bright, and I was like, okay, so that's the best one I've seen, the best shader that seemed to work at some stage and then just suddenly not work, and I don't know why. So we're going to scrub through a lot of this to try and get going pretty. So particles additive multiply. I am going to switch it to the default particle texture. I think it's a material texture, default particle material, to see if that is it a problem with my material, or is it a problem with the whole particle system. But I put in the default one and that's not working either. I bump up the count to see if maybe having more particles makes it visible, and it doesn't. You can just see the light. Oh my god, I've tried so many things. And none of it's working. So if any of you guys are working in Unity, or even, Unreal Engine, I've not worked in that myself. But if you're a game dev or game designer, or you're interested in it, it's a hobby, or you work at it, or anything like that, and I hope you're having better luck than I am with Unity. And if you are having problems with Unity, comment below and let me know what problems you're having, what issues you have with Unity. Anything that tends to arise where Unity just stops working for no reason, or something within Unity that was working fine suddenly just says, no, I'm not going to work anymore. Because I'd be interested to see what other problems people are having, just to make myself feel a little better and go, it's not just me having all these problems, everybody has them, it's Unity. Or you could comment below and be like, Unity's great, it never doesn't work for me, and you must just be an idiot. Those comments would also be useful, because at least then I'd know it's me. Not that that's a good thing, but at least it's knowing is half the battle, right? The more you know. Shooting star. So yeah. Will it ever work? Will it ever work? Rate over time. Default particle. We've got the laser particle material. Nothing is working. I even changed the colors to take out the transparency at the start because I was like, maybe it's just maybe I just have transparency on and it's transparent now, and it's not that either. So that's good to know. I just don't. I don't get it. Like, how could it work 1 minute and then just not work the next? Like, I didn't do anything to it. Well, I think I dragged a different material onto it by accident. But I immediately took it off and replaced it with the material that was on it originally when it was working, and suddenly then it wasn't working. So I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, what did I do? Let's go back a bit. Something worked there, right? I'm not seeing it. I go to width over trail. No, that doesn't do anything. What else do I try? Something worked. Speed scale, normal direction, material. What do I try? Minimum part. I've gone back to the particle sizes. That's not working. I try something. Start size. Bump that up. That's not working. Now it's supposed to be massive, and nothing's happening. So what happened? I got it working there a second ago. Did I go back too far? Let's just watch. Simulation space. I want it in world space because I don't want it. Because the enemies and the players are going to have this, they're going to be spawning in front of them. If it's in local space, if they move, the laser will move with them. Whereas it should be, if they shoot and move, the laser continues on where they were and pew pew pews. Because that's just how lasers and bullets and things work. Oh, there goes the dog again. Oh, every single time I record, she decides to start barking. Barking. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Start size, bring that down, because, didn't need it that big. What did I do that made it reappear? I don't know. Go into this. I can't change anything in this one. Alpha blended pre-multiply. Don't know what that means. Just restart it. I wonder if I just restart Unity, would it have worked? If that was the issue, is that Unity was just, it didn't update when I put the texture back on it. Excuse me. What did I do to get it working? Don't like it. I don't know. I don't like it. Am I going to try anything else? Go back to just the minimum particle size. Put that back down to where it was. Max particle size. Just, we don't want them to be too big. It's very long. Length scale down. That's not doing anything anymore. Oh. Or is it? Restart it. No. Oh, it is. It is. It's doing something. So you don't want it to be too long. Restart. I don't know. Oh, so it's just suddenly kind of working now. Even though I didn't really do anything, but we're getting this weirdness. So the trail is working, but the actual particle itself is kind of weird. Trail's off. It's not working. Oh, the particle itself is back. That's the default particle. Okay. So it's... I didn't do anything. Unity. Weird. That's what that is. That's weird. So we go back in, put back on my particle, my material, and then, okay, it's, okay, well, if you get close enough, you can see it. It's got a weird black box around it, which it shouldn't have. If we go back to legacy shaders, what did I find that was good? Particles, and add it to, oh, wow, multiply. Multiply makes it very bright. And restart it, and you've got a very bright. That's probably because I've bumped up the amount of particles spawning. Because do I have it here? I don't. I would imagine that's excuse me, what it is. Tiling. We don't need to do anything to the tiling. Oh, why does everything have to be so hard? Soft particle factor. So that looks good. Don't leave it too high. So that's okay. If we bring it down, that looks, okay. Let's see. You can't really see it in the camera though. Play. Boom. Restart. Zoom. Oh, and now nothing. Wow. Oh, wait, there we go. How odd. Whoa. Very strange that it disappears. Boom. Boom. True, because I have how many coming out? 20. That is why it's so bright. Rotation isn't doing anything that I can see. Yeah, you can stop messing with the rotation. It's not doing anything. 3D rotation. Okay, nope. Suddenly the light's gone off. So we turn that down to 5. That's down to. That's why it's not as bright. I've lowered the amount, so it's less bright, which is good. So we have none coming out constantly, and we get a burst of 5 coming out at once. Interesting. Back to the rotation. Rotating it doesn't do anything. Stop being an idiot. No, rotation doesn't do anything. The pivot just changes where it's coming from. And that is fine where it is. See, if I keep messing with settings now, it might just disappear again. That's the problem. I just don't know. Too many problems. I would just turn trails back on, leave it as it is because it's kind of working, and then move on to something else. But I don't know if that's what I do. Probably not. Turn the size down because it's a laser. It's not supposed to be too big. And you've got a little pew. Pew pew. Pew pew. Turn the trails back on. Now you've got a bright light trail that comes out. That's about as good as it's going to get, I think. What am I doing? Lights. Trails, lights. Lights. There's a light in it. The intensity. That intensity was massive. 1,000. Why would it be that? 10. 0. Trail is still quite bright. But at least it's working again. I can see it. That's progress, I guess. Doesn't really seem to be doing anything. At the moment, maximum lights is fine. I mean, I'm only using one, so give it a bit of a range. So I'm trying to get it to show up on the ground. Doesn't seem to do much. You can see it there. So you gotta, there we go. Really only at the starter, but that's fine. That's fine. Trust me, that's fine. We're on collisions. Don't mess with the collisions. The radius scale is fine. The collision is fine. The collision is working. Don't mess with it, please. Please don't mess with it. Okay. External forces, color of a lifetime, inherent velocity. And that all seems just, just go back to the way it was. Auto items in, don't know what it is. When the particle system is moving, should we use this transform rigid body command to calculate its velocity? Use its rigid body, obviously. Oh, I swear to God, stop messing with the fucking rotation. Idiot. I'm just going to spend the next hour just looking at all these different things. Do I need to change anything? Not really. Other than just going back to that again. I mean, I've already looked at all this. Start size. Come back to the rotation again. Stop fucking rotating it. Okay, there we go. Right. Start size 1. That's fine. That's fine. You don't really need it. Well, unless I want to make it long. That doesn't do anything. Okay, that's fine. It does for the trail. It doesn't seem to do much for the bit at the front. Odd. I don't want it to be 34. It's a laser. It's not supposed to be that big. Spark. I'm trying to put a sparkle in. Ooh, whoops. So now we've got a... Well, that's kind of cool. I do like that. Just a little spark. Sparkle. Pew. 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 Pew pew. And then you got the... you're still seeing a bit of it, yeah. Well, that's fine. That's cool. Stop messing with it. Please, stop messing with it. You'll only break it again. Restart. Looking at the little sparkles coming off. That's pretty cool. I do like that effect. The light shouldn't be on it, so when it's destroyed. So the trail length is too low. So if you put the trail length down, you've got, there we go, that's better. You could even put it down a bit more, really. Maybe. But present me is happy with that. Can't see it. It's very strange. And what am I doing now? Where am I going? Don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Who knows? Turning the light off? Okay. I don't know why. So there's no light turning up on the wall. Because I've turned the light off. Why I did that, I don't know. And little sparkles. Shoom. I do prefer it with the light, so if you could turn the light back on, that would be cool. If you wanna, you don't have to, I suppose. Do what you want. I do spend no amount of time on this. It is ridiculous. But hey, that's part of the job, I guess. I'm just kind of okay. We're just shooting at a wall over and over again. Turning the directional light off to see. Yeah, that's still shooting. You can still see it. The light is off. Turn the light back on. Doesn't make a difference. Not noticing anything on the ground, but I might need to look down a bit. Or will I just immediately go and try and change some stuff? Sorting there is fine. Oh my god. My man bun's falling out. How very sad. Ay, ay, ay. What to do? What am I doing now? Creating an empty game object for what? I'm putting in a new particle system. I mean, I'm like just copying it over. For what? I don't know. For some unknown reason. Am I even shooting it at the wall? Don't seem to be. I'm waiting to see if I can see it. I don't think that's the right one. It's the other one. Dingbat. It's this one. You just created it. There you go. Obviously, I don't have my game view window up on the monitor that I'm recording, so although there's a camera preview and it's not appearing there, which is poop. Let's be honest, it's not great. So yeah, just doesn't seem to be doing anything. New particle. Make it a sprite. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. But here comes. Oop. You see the light kind of moving ahead of it. Jump. Aye. Bum bum. There are no words. There are no words. Mess around with some of these options and things and see if anything kind of makes a difference. Kaiser Sose. Nope. I'm in the way of a bit of this as well. Oh well. Soz. Oh, excuse me. Must be one of those days. I sent the final build off yesterday. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. And got an email back from my teacher to say that it didn't work. So I've been spending today trying to fix it and get it to work for him. So, fun times. It works on my machine. It just didn't work when I sent it to him. So that was cool. And so, excuse me, it has just very much been one of those days. It's been a day. It's been a couple of days, really. What am I doing? Just looking at the same thing over and over again. Oh, here's my game view, and you can see a line. So it is kind of working. I'm looking at the wrong one again. This is the one, although I don't know. Okay, now we're looking at the point the camera at the wall, because this is going to be kind of the way it's going to be in the game. You're going to be behind the player when the player shoots, so you'll be seeing it from behind, shooting forward. So at least this is a way to see what it looks like. So you are, yeah, no, that's working. Definitely see it. It's pewing along. I don't need to mess with it. It's working. It's working. Oh, you could just sometimes just want to hit it for me. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Yeah, that works. So please leave it alone. And this is the sub emitter. I'm trying to get the sub emitter. I'm making them a little bit more sparkly. I mean, I don't need to. Just little tweaks that I don't need to be doing. I think this is fine. And yet I will still spend ages working on it and tweaking it and going, oh, but it could be better. It could be better. It could always be better. But I got a deadline, so, let's speed this up. And get on to... No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to make them brighter. I mean, they're fine. Lights. Bang up the intensity, just, why not? It's fine. Stop messing with it. Okay, keep messing with it. That's fine. Turn looping off. Because I will not be looping it in the game, I will be instantiating one object, and it will shoot once, and then every time it fires, it will be instantiating one object, and then destroying that object, just because that's the way I chose to do it. Lifetime, we're making it a random. Is this still a sub emitter? Yeah, okay. Between 0.5 and 1. Get them to dissolve a little bit quicker. 1 or slower, 1 and 2. So you've got them hanging around before they disappear. I think the quicker one is better. Well, that's just my opinion. Yes, I know I made this. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit quicker now. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I still think 0.5 and 1 was grand, but I'm not one to disagree with myself. Or am I? What do I do now? I apply all that back to the prefab, so it's saved all the work. That means in the game that should all be fine. Okay. And there's one shooting way off and missing the wall, so that's fine. All I can see is the light. What are you doing? If I move too far away, yes. Don't spend ages doing this. It's not that one. It's the other one. It's the... Oh, no, it is this one. Now, this one's not showing up, though, even though it's the same. Maybe the camera has to be behind it? Is that a thing? I don't know. Oh. Don't. Oh, there. Oh, this is an issue. And this is the issue I was talking about for the enemies, for the shader graph, for the dissolve. It was working. They looked fine in the scene view, and it was working perfectly. And then suddenly in the game view, I noticed that they were all kind of pixelating and transparent and weird. So I have one working player laser, yay. So I'm just deleting every other one, because I don't need my project taken up by loads of prefabs, because then I get confused, because they're all just named variations of projectile and laser and particle. And so once I got one that worked, just delete all the other ones so I don't get confused anymore. I don't know what this issue is. Were they not? We're at 32 there, so bear with me. No, not here. I'm just gonna scrub through really quickly and go back to where I have a game view up. Don't worry, I know where we were. So I had a game view up here. Did I ever make it look at the... Just trying to see, like, you can see his arm, and that's not pixelated or transparent. That's what I'm just trying to... Do I ever look at them? No, okay. Anyway, we were about here. No, I guess, like, the arm is fine. It's around here, okay. That's weird. So, if anybody has any idea what might be causing this, it's is it reflecting? Does it have a... Also, that was messing with the clipping planes again. Weird. Maybe they're... I'm gonna make a note of that. Just enemy dissolve. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the metallic setting and the reflectivity, or whatever that would be called within shader graph and the materials. Reflectivity. Just so I don't forget that, because it looks almost like it, because I know I did bump the metallic up, because I wanted the armor to look a little bit more metallic. So maybe I bumped it up too high, and there might be something about reflections going on, because I thought I saw somebody, like another enemy, reflected within that enemy. Anyway, something to try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it's at least I can have a look at it and see. And if anybody else has any suggestions as to what might be causing this, please comment below and let me know, so that I can check that out as well. Because I have tried many things and still haven't been able to get it to work. So I'm running out of ideas. And I seem to have stopped. Do I come back? Come back. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, now we're trying to fix it. We might be able to see some stuff here. That could tell us why the textures are doing that. Alpha transparency, that doesn't... Well, I have to apply it first. Is it very... What the... That is strange. Do I want to apply it or not? I do not. Okay, so let's see. It's got the base map. It's got all these different maps. Height map, normal map, base map, subsurface mask, thickness. So they're lit again, and that hasn't made a difference. Very interesting. For the body, we're going to try it and see. Does it make a difference? No. It does not. But they look fine in the scene view. So why in the game view? Because, like, this bit is the terrain. So it's either showing up this, or it's reflecting the terrain on this, like in front of them. And if it was what's behind, well, no. Well, no. Here again, you can see the sky and a little bit of the terrain, and then the rest of the plane. Oh, skinned motion vector. That changed something for this guy. Okay, so if we change it for all of them, well, I can't see that guy. He's the third one. Where is this last guy? Need to go to his body. And okay, turning skinned motion vector off. Enabling skinned motion vector will use double precision motion vectors for the skin mesh. This increases accuracy of motion vectors at the cost of additional memory use. Okay, but turning it off seems to have fixed the problem. But when I play it, okay, if it plays, just here we go. They get weird. Oh, they're completely just invisible, pixelaty guys. Changing the priority doesn't seem to do anything. I wonder if dynamic... Do I try dynamic occlusion at all? Still trying that damn particle effect. Switch so that I can look at the main camera. Switch to that. Is this working? No. That's not showing up in game either. Well. What? What? Just what? You kill him. So what's in here? You can still see a pixelated body even though he should have dissolved. Yep. Yep. These ain't working. Well, yeah, turn that off and save it. No? Okay, don't. Dynamic occlusion. Ooh. Update when off screen. What else could it be? What could it be? Yet another episode where we're fighting with particles and shader graphs. So this has been a long road. I think the last 2 or 3 episodes would have been just me trying to fix this. It just goes to show you. This is what game dev's all about, you know. Problems. Fixing them, solving them, figuring them out, or deleting everything and redoing it so that it works better. I guess, sometimes. Hopefully. So... what could it be? I have no idea. Oh, normal map is a normal map. Yeah, that's fine. No, I use crunch compression. Ugh. Just on the textures. Don't really think I need to worry about any of those settings. Interpolate. No. Doesn't have a little tooltip to tell me. No, this should really matter. Quality auto. Number of bones. Yeah, no, that's quality. Number of bones to use per vertex during skinning. Oh, that's the skin. Okay. Dynamic occlusion. Controls of dynamic occlusion culling should be performed for this renderer. Great. What if you don't know what dynamic occlusion culling is? And that is absolutely the most useless tooltip I've ever seen. But they all still seem to be... Was it working? Oh, I just stopped it. Okay, we'll play it again. Play it again, Sam. So it is the second guy, and so it is this guy. Is it gonna play? Compiling. Okay. Nope. They're all still transparent. Great. Just flipping great. Kill one guy. I mean, I don't know why I expected to. He dissolves, but his body is still pixelated and there. Well. Well. What? Everything's like none of this. Again, this is one of those things where I just started messing with settings, even if I didn't know what they did, just to see if it made any difference and hope for the best. The good thing about doing this while the game is playing is that once you unplay, everything that you've changed will reset to what it was before you started playing. So you can mess with loads of stuff. When you find one thing that works, remember what that is, and then unplay it. Any other changes you made will disappear. And then you can go back to that one that you know works and change it back to what worked. And he died. That's this guy. He gets beamed out. His body dissolves, but you can still see a pixelated body. Great. So, getting a little bit annoyed with the shader graph, I decided I didn't like the fact that the light was appearing so far away from the particle effect. So I decided to fix it or change it. Just because nothing else I was doing was working. Change the outer angle just to give it a little bit more, but you don't want the inner angle you want. You really want it to be more of a cylindrical light, which you can't get from a spotlight, I don't think. Actually, pyramid box. I mean, you could get it from a box light, I suppose. If you change the size of it, where'd it go? And the size of it, so you've got a kind of a box there. It needs to be a little bit wider. And then changing the size of it reset this from EV100 to Lux. And for some reason in the high definition render pipeline, the Lux values don't seem to work unless you bump them up to like a couple of thousand. Whereas if you put it to the EV100, I think that's what it's called, once you get up to about an intensity of 20, it starts showing up. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. That's what I found works. So at least I found something that works. Oh, we have to laugh. Laugh so we don't cry. I'm messing with the main camera again, am I? No. Okay. So you can see there's hundreds and hundreds. It's not. No. 3,000. No. 4,000. No. Fucking indirect multiplier, does it do anything? Nope. Oh. Do we get it to work? Here we go. 20, 10, 10,000? No. 20,000? Nope. 30,000? Nope. 300,000? Oh, we'll just start getting lows there. That seems far too much. And it's, I don't know, whoa, that was a bit too much. Just try and get it. It's a bit too bright. But that's 3 point so many zeros by 10 to the something or other, I think. Oh, I could just type in a value. Anyway, the indirect multiplier doesn't seem to do anything. Also, this is, oh well, because I don't know what the exact value is. Oh, Jesus, it's plus, oh, 8 plus 9, so what's that like? Does that mean like there's like 9 more zeros after it? That is insane. Just keep pushing zeros until something happens. 3, 1, 0, 0, 0. Keep pushing zeros. There's no light. There are 4 lights. There's a bit of a light. It's just a square, though. It's pretty shit. You know, the box light doesn't really work. It's too much of a box. Which would be fine if the effect was a box, but the effect is a cylinder, so having a box light is a bit strange. Pyramid is going to have a similar problem, so I could just do a tube light. Well, that just make sense? Although that looks more like a sphere than a tube. I can put it to EV100. We got 27. So you go, whoa. Yeah, no, you don't want to have it too high. 20 is usually where you'd start to see it. So, and then can I change the length of it? It still doesn't look like a tube. It looks like a sphere. You got a range, and then you've got a length. So the length might be, well, I guess if the range is in and the length is up, then it would be tubular. Oh, sorry, couldn't resist. Totally tubular. That's better. I do prefer that. So yeah, I got a better looking light. Oh, there goes the dog again. So we'll apply that back to the prefab so that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Anytime this is instantiated, it will have this light. It'll look better. That is good. So das ist gut, yeah? And back to the enemies to see if I can do anything with them. Or just to test what this looks like, this particle effect, once I kill this guy. Because I know I still haven't fixed the shader graph. Fucking shader graph, I tell you. Maybe I'll send the video of this problem to Brackies and just be like, can you help? Maybe he'd be nice enough to do that. That'd be pretty awesome. Just give him a timestamp for where it is. Because if you missed the video that I spoke about it, I did follow Bracky's tutorial for the shader graph, for the dissolve effect. And his stuff is brilliant, so I highly recommend watching his channel. He does a lot of great tutorials that I would be following to do this kind of stuff and supplement my knowledge and my learning from college. So I highly recommend that. Yeah. He's very, very knowledgeable, so I'd say he'd know how to fix this in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, I do not. But we try. We do our best. And relatively happy. Just test it one more time. Test it out one more time. We're going to test it with all of them? Okay. Cool. Cool. You know, let's bring them all back. Here we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. So, transparently, pixelaty. Let's kill them all. Just, at least I get the satisfaction of killing each of them. It's So we got this here. It's gonna, yeah, lighting up. I like it. He's still there though. He shouldn't be. That's pretty cool. And at least I got that done. I got the particle effect working and lit the way I wanted. So let's call that a win, and let's end it on a win. So that's where I'm going to finish up today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and that has given you a little bit of insight into what goes into game dev, the amount of tweaking and work and problems and stuff. It's all fun times, really. I swear. It's good. If you like the video, hit the like button. Consider sharing it with people you think might be interested in seeing this kind of content, and subscribe and click the notification bell icon so that you can keep up to date with all the cool stuff that I got coming up. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time.